A meeting must be constituted by two persons at least, but under the exceptional circumstance, it can be done by one. Shareholders, we have three different types, and in the main concept we have here, shareholders meeting, board meeting, meetings of debenture holders, meetings of creditors. The meeting always should be called during business hours, that is 9 to 5, but it should not be any public holiday, like it should not be government holiday. Warm welcome to all my dear students. Today we are going to discuss about BCom second sem company law, the fourth unit company meetings. I am Professor Rajesh LR from Department of Commerce and Management, Vidhyaashram First Grade College, MYSURU, Temple of Excellence. In today's session, in our company law, the chapter company meetings, whatever we have here, we are going to discuss in such a way that what type of meetings are there and why we have to conduct the meetings, what is the importance of meetings are there, and how it supports for the company growth or to take certain decisions, or whether before taking any decisions, whether we have to conduct the meeting or not. In depth, we are going to discuss here which supports our all young entrepreneurs or even the people who are running the companies in the present scenario, which will support to them. And even for our students, it's supposed to score very good marks if they listen and get the points to be noted easily here. In today's topic, company meetings, we are going to discuss the concept of introduction, a meaning of company meetings, and types of company meetings. We have here annual general meeting, extraordinary general meeting, and class meeting. When I have to conduct the annual general body meeting, or when we have to conduct, and for what purpose we have to conduct extraordinary general meeting, or when we have to conduct the class meeting, what are class meeting, we are going to discuss in depth in the session. Say, the first concept what we have here, introduction of meeting. See, a meeting is generally gathering of the members. We are saying that one. We are gathering, all the members are gathered here to discuss certain business matters. When they gather in one place to discuss about certain business matters, that is nothing but meeting. So in a simple way, we can understand meeting means where all the members of the company or a group of people where they gather to discuss certain information which is required for the purpose of the business growth or for the future aspects of the business. Then such relation where the members have assembled in one place and discussed about business concept here, that is called meeting. A meeting must be constituted by two persons at least, but under the exceptional circumstance, it can be done by one. Say, in some cases, what happens here, when we are saying that when the meeting has to be made here, at least there should be two persons. Means that I'm going to convey or I'm going to explain about all the business information to other person, where if he is acceptable that one, or if he wants to make some modification or to add some information for the point what we are discussing with the opposition person, then the thing both the parties have discussed about business matters and decided what should be done and what should not be done, and when we have to do or whether we have to accept or reject the concepts in our process of working. So like this, the meeting will be made here. But in some cases, if it is a one-person company, then in that company, the only one person will be there where he only decides all the things of related business matters of the company. Annual meetings have to be conducted by the company. They are saying that when every company has to conduct annual meeting. Annual means here, it is a period of 12 months. So company has to conduct a meeting every 12 months as they receive the certificate of incorporation. From the date of incorporation, they have to prepare the company meetings as per the norms of the Companies Act 2013. Meetings provide a fair opportunity to the members of a company to put forward their opinions so that decisions can be taken based on that. They're saying that one. Now, in our company, assume that there are 20 members are there. We all 20 members gather in one place, and we are going to discuss in such a way that where I must say that this is my opinion. Whether can we accept this one or not? You just give me your feedback on the point, whatever I've raised here. For example, I'll say that we are getting a new project where its worth is around 80 lakhs and the amount availability with us is very less. So I have decided that to raise the amount in the form of shares or debentures. Now, you can share your views with me so that we can decide whether we can issue the shares or whether we can issue the debentures. Like this, a member of the team will raise a topic and shares his view, and the remaining other members of the group, they discuss that if they want to add some information to me, or if they want to modify, or if they are not accepting, they'll say that it is not required, or we're not going to accept the point, whatever you have said here. So can we change that instead of that issuing shares or debentures, can we borrow the funds in the market? Either it may be a secured loan or unsecured loan. Like this, they're going to say that all the things has to be discussed with all the members. So then finally, which point is finalized, that will be taken into consideration for the growth of the organization. Every meeting conducted by a company must be recorded. They're saying that whatever the meeting we are going to have, means when all the people gather here and discuss certain business related information, every point has to be recorded by the company secretary in a separate book called minutes book. In a book, he has to record all the information, what was the agenda of the topic, and what are the points we are discussing, and what the points we have mentioned over there, whether the members have accepted all the points what is mentioned in the agenda, and have all the points have been discussed. If it is discussed, what certain information have been finalized in the meeting. So every information, pin information are recorded in a book. That book is nothing but your minutes book. See, in the introduction, we are saying that how many types of meetings are there, company meeting are there. So one, we have your shareholders meeting, board meetings, meetings of debenture holders, meetings of creditors. In the shareholders meeting, we have AGM. Expansion of AGM is nothing but annual general meeting. Next, extraordinary general meeting and class meeting. So under shareholders, we have three different types. And in the main concept, we have here shareholders meeting, board meeting, meetings of debenture holders, meetings of creditors. See, here we have certain different meetings here. Every meeting is important for the company. They have to conduct all these types of meetings for the betterment of the organization. Now, the first shareholders meeting, what we have, AGM, under that one, we are going to discuss in depth. We're going to have a discussion on that one. Like, for example, what is AGM? AGM is all, the name itself says that one, annual general meeting, means a meeting which has to be conducted after 12 months. See, the first one, annual general meeting, we have here section 96 of the Companies Act 2013. It says for me, talks about the annual meeting here. A company has to hold its very first AGM within 9 months from the end of the financial year. They're saying that one, I have to conduct a meeting after completion of 9 months, immediately after receiving my certificate of incorporation. That is a major point what we have. A one-person company is exempted from holding AGM. They're saying that one, anyhow, it is a one-person company. For such type of companies, AGM is not required. And AGM has to be called within the business hours. They're saying that when you're calling the AGM, annual general meeting here, first you have to decide that first you have to finalize in such a way that the meeting should be conducted only during business hours. Business hours means 9 o'clock to 5 o'clock. From 9 to 5, in between 9 to 5 only, we have to conduct the AGM. Above that time or below that, like for example, before 9 I cannot call, or after 5 I cannot call a meeting. In emergency cases also, the meeting cannot be called here. The meeting times it is fixed here. It should be during only business hours, not in the non-business hours. It has to be held in registered office. Like for example, if we have registered office and branch offices, all the AGM should be conducted only in the registered office, not in the unregistered places. Like for example, my registered office in MYSURU, and if I conduct the meeting in any other places, I have to inform all the members as well as the ROC 21 days prior itself that the meeting will be conducted not in the registered office place, it will be in the same city in other places, or else it has to be conducted in the registered office itself. And if the company does not comply with the provisions related to meetings, shall be liable under Section 99 of Companies Act. They're saying that when if the company fails to conduct AGM, then as per the Section 99 of the Companies Act, they have to face certain issues or penalties or certain problems they have to face. For that reason, every company has to conduct all types of meetings, whichever is required or whichever as per the provisions of the Companies Act 2013. The next point what we have here, it is very important, every type of company means private company or public company or statutory company or dormant company, any company may be there, whether it is a private company or a public company or limited by shares or guarantee, they have to conduct AGM once in a year. Once in a year means after 12 months, they have to conduct compulsory meeting, annual general body meeting, except in the case of the first AGM, the registrar has the power to extend the AGM meeting for the time period which should not exceed more than 3 months. They're saying that when the first AGM of the organization, it means I have started the company during 1st January 2023. So the company, we get a time of additional 3 months. Like for example, the date of incorporation was 1st January 2023. And from thereafter, that is 30th September 2023, I have to conduct either between 1st October to 7th October normally. If I couldn't conduct any meeting, the registrar has the right to extend that period up to 3 months, means from October, November, December. Within this 3 months or after 3 months immediately, I have to conduct a compulsory meeting, or else they can take a legal action on the company. Next point, what we have, the first AGM company may be held within the period, if not more than 18 months from the date of incorporation. They're saying that either it should be 9 months or below 18 months, compulsorily they have to conduct the first AGM of the company. Company should hold AGM each year. Every year I have to conduct AGM. Without that, I cannot continue my business activities. And every AGM's information have to be recorded in the minutes book. That is, points should be recorded in a book that is called minutes book. The notice has to be sent to each and every member of the company. Say, notice means here communication. Notice means here communication has to be made to all the members, stating that when a meeting will be held on certain date, at certain time, at certain place. And these are the points what we are going to discuss in the meeting. Please prepare for that one and come for the meeting. Like this, we are going to communicate in the notice for every member, and it will be sent to all the members without fail. If the company fails to send any notice to a member who is a regular member and they have not received the notice, and if the meeting is conducted, it cannot be called as a valid meeting. It is a void meeting we are going to call there. AGM shall be called during business hours on a day which is not a public holiday. The meeting always should be called during business hours, that is 9 to 5, but it should not be any public holiday, like it should not be government holiday. At registered office only, or some other place which is very near and affordable place and where the people can reach the place easily. Next concept what we have in AGM, the time of holding of the AGM may be fixed by the articles of association of the company. They're saying that while preparing the articles of association, they can decide when a meeting has to be conducted every year. Like for example, if my annual year is from April to March, that is April to March is a 12 months, 1st April to 31st March, completion of after 31st March. So we can finalize that one within April, that is 1st April to 30th April in the next financial year. we have to conduct a meeting compulsory to discuss what has happened and what we have to do for the future. A public company or a private company which has a subsidiary public company may be by a resolution passed in one GM fix the time for its subsequent GM. They're saying that one for a private company or a public company about when a meeting has to be conducted, means in the first AGM, they're going to decide all the things that from when we have to conduct the meeting of the next general body meeting, when we have to conduct and where we have to conduct and how we have to conduct. Every point will be discussed in the previous meeting itself. Means now 2021-22 has been completed. In the month of April 2022, I'll conduct a meeting AGM. We will decide that one. The next AGM will be in the month of April 2023, and we're going to discuss about the future aspects of the company with the present all the informations. As I was saying for you people, in a meeting, when the people gather here to discuss about business related matters, say like this, we have business to be transacted under section 102. It says that one either it may be ordinary business or a special business. Here business means here discussion about certain points what we have to make in a meeting, or in ordinary case the approval of directors. Some concepts are there where that should be approved by the directors, or by making the meeting we'll get all the information. Approval of annual accounts. Approval of annual accounts means we have prepared our books of accounts, that is trading account, profit and loss account, and balance sheet, and the cash flow statement, and that should be got approved from all the members or the board of directors. That can be done in the AGM. Last year financial statements will be produced in the meeting, and all the members will go through the statements whatever we have prepared, and the statement should have in such a way that when the members should understand what they have written. For that reason, they have to provide even the working note or in required places and why it has been prepared in that manner. And next, either it may be appointment of director. If any director has to be appointed, those information will be discussed in the AGM and it will be finalized in the AGM. Appointment of auditors to verify the books of accounts of the company by external chartered accountants. So we have to appoint an external chartered accountant to verify the books of account and scrutinize all the financial transactions of the company, and to guide us to pay the tax, or to guide us to prepare the financial statements as per the required part. And as per the special business, we have here a reappointment of auditors. See, appointment of auditors will be made in the first AGM, and in the first AGM, they have all the rights to decide whom has to be appointed and why they have to appoint. And later, when they appoint any auditor, it may be, for example, it may be for 5 years term, and after completion of 5 years term, if we have to appoint them, reappoint has to be made again in a AGM. A special resolution has to be passed to give the second term for the present team only, or we have to change the present team. For certain companies, there will be no second term for the audits to continue for the same company. In certain cases, they'll be continued as a second term auditors of the company. Next, declaration of dividend. Declaration of dividend means here to declare the distribution of profits to the shareholders. What is the amount of profit should be distributed to the shareholders? Those things will be discussed over here. Declaration means finalizing the amount of profit to be paid to the shareholders. This is the information what we are going to discuss. Say in the ordinary business, these are the points what we are going to discuss. In the special business, these are the 2 points what we are going to discuss in the meeting. And the next meeting what we had here, extraordinary general meeting under section 42. In this one, we have the first part what we have here, directors on their own, they will call the meeting. Means the board of directors will call on their the meeting to be conducted to discuss about the present scenario information, or the board of directors may call that one by the directors on the requisition of the members. Means the members are insisting that one as additional a meeting should be conducted immediately to discuss certain matters which are very serious. So in such cases, extraordinary general meeting will be conducted. Or by the requisitionist themselves, section 100 subclause 4 subclause 5, they may conduct a meeting stating that one it is very emergency case where we have to take a decision immediately for the present situation whatever we have in our organization. Like for example, during pandemic period of corona, the company was in a position that whether the company should be closed now or what that to do, and how to gain the amount in the market to continue a business in the market. Some of the companies, they decided that one in such a way that when instead of the employees coming to the company, they can work from their home. Like that, if I want to take the certain decisions, which department has to work from home and which department should not work. For example, a production team cannot work from the home. So like this, so which companies can continue their business with work from home or with other facilities. If I want to decide certain points like that, so a meeting will be called on the requisition themselves or a meeting of the requisition of the members. Sometimes some authorities may say that when an emergency meeting has to be called here by the tribunal. Tribunal is nothing but certain legal discussion to make, stating that when your organization has made some wrong steps while doing some certain activities, so legal action has to be taken. So that notice has been sent by the government here. In such way, the tribunal will call for an extraordinary general meeting to discuss that one, what was the issue and what are the steps are they to control that one and support for the company here. Extraordinary general meeting. Any general meeting of the company which is not an AGM, or a statutory meeting is called extraordinary general meeting here. An extraordinary general meeting is held for dealing with some business of special or extraordinary nature or which is outside the scope of the AGM. Means in the AGM, we were not in a position to discuss certain important matters that has to be discussed now. So then they'll call for extraordinary general meeting where it is very important to take immediate decisions. This meeting is also held to transact some urgent, already I said that it was an emergency to discuss that one. For that reason, they called for a meeting. And the meeting may be called by the directors. The board of directors can call the meeting here or requisition by some members according to section 169 of Companies Act 2013. Some of the members may say that one, this meeting is very important. We have to conduct within 1 week. So when they decided to conduct the meeting within 1 week, they have to send a notice immediately to all the members. Resolution properly passed at a meeting called the requisitioned or binding on the company. So they're saying that when if any points have discussed and it has been finalized, then we are going to call a resolution as passed by all the members have accepted and agreed to make certain decisions. The next one we have here, the requisition must be signed by members holding at least 1/10 of the paid up capital of the company. They're saying that the requisition should be made by 1/10. Assume that I have here 1 lakh. So out of 1 lakh, 1/10, so nothing but 10,000. Like this, the 1/10 of the paid up capital of the company in the case of companies having share capital, or the companies having member holding 1/10 of the total voting power in other cases. So either it may be on the capital basis or the number of members basis. We can hold the meeting here with the help of the powers of the members to decide certain important and emergency points for the betterment of the organization. The requisition must set out the matters which will be considered at the meeting. They're saying that when the requisition must inform why we are calling a meeting and what is the purpose of the meeting, and that should be mentioned in the notice and should be agreed by all the members and discuss the matters easily to get into that one and make it possible changes or possible requirement for the growth of the organization. The requisition must be deposited at the registered office of the company. They're saying that when The request should be deposited, means the request should be submitted in the company, in the registered office of the company only, not anywhere elsewhere. The next one, why the meeting may be discussed here. Themselves, section 104, they're saying that one, for the legal right, all the members having right provided by to fulfill the restrictions of AOA, cancellation of meeting. The members can cancel the meeting if quorum is not there. They're saying that one, at the time of conducting the meeting, they have all the rights to claim the expenses. Expenses are deducted from director's remuneration. The legal rights are there to conduct the meeting. All the members having the right to fulfill the restricted AOA, means there are certain points are the restricted in the articles of association. Based on that, if any activities is done, they have all the rights to conduct meeting and take certain action. Or they've called the meeting and then they've decided to cancel the meeting. They have all the rights to cancel the meeting. The members can cancel the meeting if quorum means the minimum number of members have not participated to the meeting, means then such meeting can be cancelled. In today's session, we have discussed the concept of a meeting and the business, ordinary course of business points and special business points which are required to be discussed in the meeting. Why the people gather in a place, means to decide some important points for the betterment of the company. Such place where they met in one place to discuss about all the matters, that is nothing but a meeting for the future aspects of the company. Thank you.